Welcome back to my channel. I'm Taylor Tommila and this is Honda Dash Films. I have a very special video today. I'm going to be showing you how to completely disassemble your Nitro engine, clean every part out. I have a special guest for you today, my nephew, Terrell Roller. He has his own channel as well. Make sure to check out that. And he's going to be my hand for this video. So let's get to it. The first step you need to do is you need to take off the exhaust, which I've already done. And if you see here, I plugged up the exhaust as well. You don't want anything getting inside your engine if you take the exhaust out. After that, we're gonna take off the air filter. All right, that popped off. Pay attention to how this is lined up. So a good thing to do is to pull out your phone and take a picture of that right above it and looking right down into the carb. Next step after you take off the exhaust is there's a 2.5 millimeter nut right here. And take that off, and that's what holds the carb in. After you unscrew the screw, there's going to be a tiny washer right there. So make sure you have a coffee filter on hot standby and dump that in there, just like that. So just give that a twist and a pull. Okay, with the carb off, next thing you need to do is we're going to need to remove the 4 screws that are holding on the pull start, and that is with a 2.0 millimeter. With the 4 screws out, make sure you put your thumb on here and make sure it doesn't spring out. I've had that happen to me before when I take off my pull start and the thing pops off and the whole dang pull start just unravels and shoots out. A good thing to combat this is to have a flathead screwdriver handy, okay? What we're going to do is we're going to put the screwdriver in there. Slowly pull it up like this and make sure you catch the piece as it comes out and then put your thumb immediately on it. Alright, so now with the pull start off, we're going to have this one-way bearing here. Now this one-way bearing is different from a lot of other motors and whatnot, that this just pops out. Alright, after you got the pull start off, pull out the one-way bearing and set that off to the side. The next thing is to do is we need to remove the entire clutch assembly, starting with the clutch bell. And the clutch bell is held on by a 2.5 millimeter nut. Possibly gonna need some channel locks, perhaps some things. Maybe use 2 hands if you got a second person like your son or my nephew here. Okay, so with that removed, make sure you gotta pull the clutch bell off. It should have 2 bearings on the one on the outside and then one on the inside. All right, next thing to remove is the clutch shoes. Take your Duratrax tool, clutch shoes tool. So the next step is going to be taking off this one-way bearing right here. All right, and that one's a 10 millimeter. You can actually get away with it if you have this right here, or the 4-way HPI. You can use the 10 millimeter side. Normally, you'd have to take some channel locks here. Let's get that loosened up. The flywheel is to come off. Okay, so all you have to do is flip it over like this, and then you just tap it like this. Just like that. The next piece you need to take off is this gold piece that's right here. So a good way to take that off is use some needle nose pliers or Leatherman. Okay, now that we're done with the clutch and flywheel assembly, we're going to turn our attention to the top. We need to remove the glow plug, and you can just use that by using your handy, trusty glow plug remover. Okay, so with the glow plug removed, and we're going to be removing these 4 screws that are right here on the top of the cooling tower, using a 2.5 millimeter to remove those. Okay, so with those screws removed, we're going to pull that out, and it's a good idea to generally keep your screws in the bottom of your cooling tower, that way you don't lose them. Alright, and this should come right off the top. Now, for some reason, when mine comes out, the whole dang piston sleeve came out, which was, I guess that's pretty cool. It's really important that you don't scratch this sleeve or do any damage. So with that gone, that'll free us up for the piston here. Alright, so next step we're going to need to do is to remove the back plate here, which are 4 screws. So we're going to do that in a starter pattern, 1, 2, 3, 4. Next thing you need to do is you need to remove the back plate here. Pay attention to how the back plate goes on this engine here, our little sharp end right here, to let you know that that's where it goes. Alright, and that gives us access to the engine. Now, with that back piece out, that frees us up to get access to the piston. The piston at the very top, all you have to do is to put the flathead in there and dig it up and just move the piston off that thing. Piston should just come right out. Just like that. It's very important that you do not scratch the top of this piston head. Okay, it's very, very important you don't do that. Okay? Next thing we need to do is we need to remove the crankshaft, the far back here. And all you really need to do that is literally just push up with your hand, just like this, and push that out. There you go, the crankshaft is out. There should be bearings right here on the inside, and then you lube those up, and then you have bearings that are right here, and you can check those by, if you take it really, really carefully and take an X-Acto knife, you can pull that plastic piece off and you'd be good to go. So now that you have all of your pieces out, it's a good idea to take all those pieces and clean them off. What I'd like to suggest you do when it comes to cleaning off is using brake cleaner, okay? Brake cleaner, this was suggested to me by someone at a automotive store. Remember, another good thing when you're putting this back together, anything touching inside the engine here needs to be lubed. And a good way to do that is using run after oil, Marvel's Mystery Oil. And you can use Q-tips and touch the insides of everything and stuff and get it all ready to go.
Okay, so that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you want to put your engine back together, just go ahead and follow the steps in reverse, or stay tuned for my next video, which we'll be covering how to put it back together in greater detail. So please thrust that like button for me and subscribe if you can.
Alright, so you made it through the video. It's awesome. Why don't you go over to Facebook and check that out. Also our Instagram. Those are the best ways to keep up to date what's going on with Honda Films. Also check out our stunning photography that we put out there on Instagram. So check it out at @ Honda Films.